Welcome to another episode of the Ballinesian podcast here on the Polytickin network. It is the episode before the season begins. NFL season is upon us, and we are very, very excited. Someone's talking about sports. We will be joined by Luti Lago'o is here with us. Welcome back. How are you?
Thank you, guys. Glad to be back after the postseason ender we had. That was a great conversation with Marcus. Right, Marcus was on. We had the good talk about Power Rangers and '90s kids versus '90s babies, or just
right. You know when something's so throwback and but integral to your upbringing, and you talk about it, and a younger generator is on oh, I don't know about Garden Grove. I don't know Angel Grove and the Power Rangers Zordon Alpha. Yeah, thank you for reminding of us of our age and mortality. Welcome back, the San Francisco Niner fan. We're going to be talking about the Chargers, the Raiders, the Niners as we enter into the season. All the hopes, dreams, aspirations, goals, and possible pitfalls for the 2025 season. Before we start, the Polytickin network, make sure to subscribe, follow, like, and definitely tap in to the Polytickin network. We got the Polytickin Patreon, patreon.com/the Polytickin podcast. That's the best way to support us. $5 or more a month gets you an extra Patreon exclusive episode every week. So definitely support us, sign up there. You have to be listening to this on the Spotify or Apple podcast streams, and then definitely on the YouTube channel. Follow that the Polytickin network. Pacifica Movie Starter Kit, Polytickin podcast, Ballinesian, got different exclusives that we do, so definitely follow the content there. We are sponsored by Levasa Island Apparel. Shout out to Brother Uri in Modesto, California. LevasaIslandApparel.com, or you can follow them at Levasa, _Vasa on Instagram for the latest deals and news there.
I seen Eri post that Kimo got out. Do you know if Kimo came home?
I do not know. That is a wild dog.
Yeah, I know. We gotta ask him.
But a sweetheart.
Yeah,
that's always. Do you guys ever lose pets growing up? I let a cat out once. I let a cat out once, and it did not come back, and it just wandered off into the Carson streets. And that was the last time we had a cat. They were like, "We can't do this," and I was like, "Oh, we should give it another chance." What you say all the time?
Yeah, they always come back though.
You know what I mean? Well, yeah. See, yeah.
Well, actually, one of my dogs though. I remember we lived in Lions Park, and then our dog was gone for like 2 days, and then I went to the front where L&L used to be, and we saw it was limping. Someone had hit it. That's why he couldn't make it home. So thankfully we found it, took it to the vet, nursed it back to health, and yeah, you know what my dog's name was? Beavis.
See what you did? That's your fault.
It wasn't a very smart dog, but very loving, very loyal. Yes, Beavis.
Lou, did you guys have pets?
Yeah, we had pets. I never lost the cat, but only had it for like a couple weeks. It was an old cat that was adopted, and then
y'all didn't lose
it
died under the house.
Yeah, that cat was trying to leave. That cat's like, I don't live here. I don't know why you drove me here and held me in this house. I'm out.
They got picked up. They're like, oh, I can't wait to get rescued again.
Get out of here.
But I don't know if we ever lost our other dogs. Yeah, the dogs we have now, pretty loyal, pretty special. Got a Maltese poodle. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. You're a poodle. No, I don't know if I can't afford a poodle.
No, it's like little Maltese poodle. Like they walk around like it own the place. We let it out a lot. Like it comes back. It doesn't. Yeah, it's little Prince. The other one, pit bull, Labrador. So a little excited.
Damn.
Yeah,
interesting mix. Yeah,
nice little dog.
You can't lose dogs in Samoa because the dogs that like the house dogs, they know how bad it is on the streets, and they're like, nah, nah, I'm not. I'm gonna come back. I'm just gonna come. Nice. Yeah.
Oh, pit bull, Labrador.
I got it nice.
Oh my god.
Y'all can chill out there.
What a good dogs. Dogs are great. Cats are cool. I mean, if they they stopped acting so stuck up. But
Got personality.
yeah, they think they run the place. They're like toddlers. All right. We are getting ready for the NFL season. I am excited. I think the Chargers have a real shot at winning the AFC West. Of course, if a bunch of things fall the right way, starting with this opening game this Friday in Brazil on YouTube TV versus the reigning AFC champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
You got to say it, Lance. You got to say it.
This is Brazil. Wait, are you talking about? I thought you were talking about Vin Diesel in
that was
Fast
cool
and Furious
too, but
18.
that was the worst ever. He should have never, when he tried to have an accent when he said Brazil. No, sorry, Vin Diesel.
This is our year, guys.
See, that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear.
This could be our year, guys. Yeah, so excited about that. I'm sure you guys have that same pure, clean sense of hope and possibility and opportunity that is, the eve of a new season. But yeah, I want to talk more about kind of our season predictions for this year. Not so much the win-loss record or, which games our teams are going to win or whatnot, but maybe a little bit more in-depth to the players and the pieces on your guys' teams, possible MVPs. I want like the beacons of hope, any like glaring issues that you guys might have or know about as fans of your team that maybe people listening aren't really tapped into. Because the expectation.
Have you ever seen a team with 52 MVP candidates?
I know that as a Raider fan is the pitch that is coming very soon. I love when Raider fans wake up. They're all up and at it by the week of, but you've seen that ramp up in the Raiders that like they find their confidence again. It doesn't take much at all for them to get hyped up and feeling themselves.
We could be 0-17 and it's still the same energy.
That is not true. It is. You guys have checked out of some bad seasons, but it's always fierce. There's that fire, and I hate the team having success, but I'm happy that my family Raider fans are enjoying their team when they do good. We'll see how this season goes, but yeah, it's feeling fun. I'm excited to see these games. A bunch of fantasy football drafts this week. Got just finished one. Got another one tomorrow night for the pods. We'll get you guys into that league because it's just going to be the network boys to see who the best out of us, like 6 or 8. But yeah, Lou, the Niners. I feel this is the same for all of our teams. The arrow is pointing up. The expectations are a lot better than what they were last season. Right now, for you two, for the Raiders, Pete Carroll coming in, getting like a whole new regime. For the Niners, everybody that was injured, you guys getting those guys back. It's like a fresh start. Everyone's, Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, going to have them back. The Chargers made the playoffs, but there is also that expectation raise that they're going to do better. But starting with Lou and the Niners, how are you feeling? What is the state of Niner Nation, do you think? Is it like, oh, we're right back into that Super Bowl conversation? Or is it like, oh, we got to see it first and kind of build up? What do you think?
I think first we'll talk about the Super Bowl, what's called hangover, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just, if one, you lose one in 2024, then you have a terrible season. So the expectations just tank down. But being from, Fahalu, with no boat, they still got a lot of pride.
Boat?
Yeah, no boat. So it's looking okay. No expectations. It's been a long decade of the 2020s. Just getting there, falling down.
You had a good stat about how the like peaks and valleys for the Niners recently is. What was it like? You guys either miss the playoffs or something else?
Yeah, we either miss the playoffs or be at the NFC Championship or Super Bowl. So we've lost to every Super Bowl winner so far. You had the Rams, then you had the Eagles. They would eventually win. They didn't win that year, but they would win Just
Like,
they win that year.
they would win.
They would win. So we're up there in terms of the top 5 teams of the last 5 years that's been in the Super Bowl. So yeah, you just watch other people win. You just cheer for the Eagles. Like, yeah, good job, guys. They didn't go 4-4. They didn't win 4 Super Bowls. So yeah.
Well, I mean, if you guys miss the playoffs and then you make the playoffs, but then after you make the playoff, or the NFC Championship game, or even go to the Super Bowl, and then the next season you miss the playoffs, since you guys missed last year, is there any thinking that, oh, this is the year that we're going to back to the on a deep playoff run?
Nah, it's just tired.
No, it's just a bunch of old guys.
Hey, because the last time they won was 30 years ago. They've been saying the same thing since '95. Like, yeah, they've been waiting since '95 to win another one. Like what Forrest saying about Raiders fan always hearing it about the Niners since '95. Yeah, we're gonna go back again, guys. We're gonna keep going back again. The second team is the Cowboys since '96 or '94, '95. But yeah,
Man, the freaking Chiefs and the Patriots just hogging up all the Super Bowl wins. There are franchises out here that have not won one. Okay, let me stop hogging. What do you guys? You guys both got 3 or more?
Who hasn't won a Super Bowl?
Of the three teams that have played football in LA, 2 have won a Super Bowl. One has not.
One has not.
It's the Chargers.
You know why? Because they were meant to win it in San Diego. Not to say that they're not going to win one. I'm just saying. I think they would have won one now if they were still in San Diego.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Well, I feel like the Niners are going to do good. There's talk about their schedule not being the most difficult. They getting to play what was you guys, 3rd place last year, 4th place in the NFC West. Getting that schedule. I think you guys are playing the AFC or the NFC South, which was some pretty good wins that's going to be available there. So we'll see what the Niners do. Forrest, for your Raiders, I feel like we don't have to ask.
Go ahead, ask me.
What are the vibes right now in Las Vegas there at Allegiant Stadium?
They're freaking high, buddy. They're freaking high. No, they're actually pretty good. I mean, they're doing. It's I know you hear it every time someone changes front office, changes a head coach, but it seems like it's a little more structured now with the signings that they've gotten, just the player interaction with coaches, and so it does seem like, of course, it's totally different from what AP had in there and Spytech, and you have a young guy there right now running the team as a GM. His first time running actually running as a GM, because I know Spytech, he's been down over there in Tampa Bay. I don't think he was an assistant GM, but he was there. He had a lot of good signings there, a lot of good moves there. The regime in Las Vegas felt like it was his time to run a team, an actual team, and so far the moves are good. I think him and Pete Carroll have a good relationship. Like, they haven't really been fighting. Like, the Christian Wilkins thing, I know is unfortunate for the team on the field. Just unfortunate, but I think it shows that they're both together, because it could have been pretty bad. Like, if Carroll wanted Wilkins to stay and Spytek didn't want him there, or then it would have been like a really bad vibe throughout, because that would just take over the locker room. But they were both in accordance. They weren't playing around. If you're you can say it was the locker room issues that he had, but if you think about it, if it's coming from the front office, then obviously it's the injury and the way he treated the injury. And so
I heard it's because he kissed somebody on the head.
I mean, I think there's a lot of other things probably worse than that going on in some of these locker rooms. But
this guy said, "Well, what about those people?"
I mean, the Miami had. Never mind. I mean, they're all together on the same page.
Nice.
Yeah. Everybody's on the same page. They got some new blood in there with Genty. Good draft they didn't reach like they'd have in like Leatherwood. Still hurts my feelings.
Year after year after year.
Yeah, okay, take it easy. Not year after year.
Every year you can count on the Raiders reaching one time. At least Colin Farrell, Colton Miller.
Hey, Colin Farrell was the defensive player of the year in college that year.
Sorry,
A lot
Cleveland
of people
Farrell.
thought it was A
He
lot of
said the Irish actor.
hey, he's pretty good too. They're on par. They're really good at what they do. That's what I meant. He was look, he was projected by some to go fourth. Just the Raiders took him at fourth, and everybody was like, "Oh, that's stupid," because everybody's a hater when it comes to the Raiders. So
I don't think anyone had him at 4th. But
I actually
go on.
That I'm not playing around with. There has some guys talking about him just because he was the defensive player of the year that year in college. Had a monster year. They won the championship on the shoulders of him playing defensive end. But yeah, he didn't have the skill set. Like he wasn't explosive like you want your like the DNs that they have coming out this year. Like the DN that they have there now. Probably the best defensive end in the league at the moment, playing for the Raiders. Arguably one of the best defensive player in the NFL right now. I mean, used to be some guy in Dallas, but I think his life sucks now. Going to play Green Bay. Who goes to play in Green Bay? Sucks. But I think the outlook is good. Realistically, of course, I think I think they'll reach 10 wins. I think a fair assessment, and not like you can't get mad at it. If they go like 8-8 or something like that, I think that's pretty cool. But I think there's going to be a lot of improvement. We've already seen it last year with guys who were throwing to Bowers, and Bowers still being able to come up with hit numbers. That's pretty cool. Now they have a legit top 10 quarterback in the league in Gino. Hey,
10?
Top 10. He did a lot of great things out there in Seattle. You gotta say, you can't. And I'm not like saying he's like 1 through 5, but 1 through 10. Yeah, did great things. He's you look at the stats, they speak for themselves. It wasn't bad. A lot of those interceptions he threw weren't much. If you go back and look at the tape, wasn't all his interceptions. So not bad. And it's fun to see Jamal Adams playing middle linebacker like I thought he should have been playing a while back. I hope they do sign Jabril Peppers and put him at linebacker too. That'd be nice. I think Peppers should be a linebacker somewhere.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. That's fine. All right.
But yeah,
the vibes are high.
Very much high.
We come here to roll the dice. Came here to run the table.
Came to run the table. Okay. You know what I mean?
Well, I forgot, guys. The Niners beat both the Chargers and Raiders in the preseason.
This guy talking about old shit.
Just like a Niner fan. That's what I was telling somebody else the other day. A Niner fan is like, look, I know where you can watch your games. They're going to show them on the History Channel. Just like
hey, that field goal a couple weeks ago against the Raiders.
Oh, yeah. That was hilarious. We were at Polyfest.
I know.
Matt Foley was like, have you seen Forrest? I just saw that we beat the Raiders. And I was like, in the preseason? He's like, it's a win's a win. I was like, you were talking
Mac
shit.
Pulled up. No, we was talking shit. Mac pulled up and he was like, oh yeah, man, teams are playing right now. And I said, did you see the score? This was halftime. We were up by I think it's like 3 maybe. And he was like, oh man, that's what I was like, yeah, we're up by 3. And then I was looking around.
And Mac's like, oh, it's just a preseason game.
Right. He's standing at the side of the stage and he looks up, he goes, we won. Shout out to Mac, man. Shout out to Mac.
I did not see. I forgot we even played the Niners. Okay, so Chargers vibes, not great. Injuries, there are some questions. Moving on. Award winners for your guys' teams.
Dang, we just cut.
What?
They lost against the Niners the last preseason game. We just cut to the season.
Yeah, we just cut. Moving on.
Are you personally excited though that they went back and re-signed DJ?
Yes.
Yeah. Good storylines with the Chargers. Yeah. Even Trey Lance out there.
Bro, Trey Lance should probably should not have been the number 3 overall pick, right? We saw it didn't work out the way they wanted it to in San Francisco. Brock Purdy, luckily, comes in as the last pick of the draft, saves the day. but there's that, early draft pick expectations. And
Right.
for everyone that's watched, NFL football, Trey Lance has been a name that's like synonymous with, failing, right? Everyone's like, oh, he couldn't become Shanahan's quarterback. And Shanahan is, allegedly quarterback friendly, right? You can Stefanski, O'Connell, different Ben Johnson. Shanahan is like the guy that's supposed to have the golden touch. So for him not to be able to, make good production with this talented physical quarterback, although, didn't start a bunch of games, didn't have a lot of experience in his high school or college career, but I just felt like he was drafted too high. And on top of it being the number 3 overall pick, the Niners traded first round picks to go up, right? And they weren't going to, go for Mac Jones, so they had to go for a high ceiling. But
Was
I think
3? They
I
traded
think
3.
I think it's so
It's
it was
3. So it was Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and then Lance.
Justin Fields was 2?
Oh, not Justin Fields. I mean, see, I forgot the other guy so
Was
bad.
it Wilson?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson?
Oh,
cousin Zach?
Because Trey
not
Lance
too bad.
Trey Tree.
Because Fields has an actual job. That's why I skipped Wilson.
yeah. One of those quarterbacks does not play quarterback anymore. But he was, shout out to the Polynesian Athlete of the Year award committee for Zach Wilson also winning that award that year. So what I think happens is just the price tag, the cost, the very public, not being good in San Francisco caused us to all like kind of downgrade and underrate Trey Lance. He went to be backup for Dak Prescott. He wasn't going to start there. Dak's the guy, but even when Dak got hurt, Trey Lance.
I don't think there was any development when he went to Dallas. Like, I think he's getting the development that he needed, both in San Francisco and in Dallas. He's getting that in San Diego, working there, and I think that's a big testament to who Jim Harbaugh is as a coach.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Alex Smith, see what he did with Alex Smith? He can do it with Justin Herbert, get him over the hump, get everyone on that QB.
Yeah.
Kaepernick, JJ McCarthy. These are quarterbacks that, like,
people
winners.
People will tell you that maybe Trey Lance should have sat longer, but at number 3, I get it. Of course he should have sat longer. But at number 3, that's not the thought for you. Like, when they brought you and drafted you, they're not gonna sit you at 3.
Lost to Mr. Irrelevant, that happens every year.
And that's why he developed. He had time to sit. He had time to learn. So
crazy.
Trey should have had those same opportunities.
For sure.
It's just everyone's like, oh, Trey Lance is a bust. But if he went in the late first round, if he went in the second round, I feel like he could have been in a lot better position. So having him on the team.
For sure.
Having him on the team, backing up Justin Herbert, who occasionally misses games due to injury, shoulder, ankle, knee, freaking this guy, Justin Herbert gets hurt. So to have somebody better than Taylor Heineke or Easton Stick out there that can keep the ball moving, which Trey Lance showed, in a few preseason games, he could do it through the air, he could do it on the ground. There's a lot more confidence that if something happens to Justin Herbert, the Chargers, will suffer some, statistical ceiling, but we'll still keep the ball moving. So as far as future injuries, looking good. Current injuries to Quentin Johnston with the concussion, Mike Williams retiring on the first day of training camp, left tackle Rashawn Slater, with a knee injury that's going to keep him out for this year. It's definitely a bummer out there on offense. So, but we got Keenan Allen back. Hey, yo, the vibes are right back up. So, feeling good, feeling great. Is there an award winner on your guys' team, whether that be MVP, offensive, defensive player of the year, maybe a rookie that might stand out? That's your feeling? We could start with Forrest. Anybody on the Raiders you think might get some hardware?
For sure. Like, I don't know if it's been done before. It might be the president for it, but like, I think if 52 people can get the MVP in 1 year, that's probably what we're looking at for the Raiders. So
you guys are gonna split the vote, and freaking Joe Flacco is gonna win with 2 votes from Cleveland.
MVP, I don't know about MVP, but definitely a Defensive Player of the Year
Oh,
award
okay.
winner in Max Crosby. That's a big
Oh, gotcha.
possibility.
Yeah.
So top five in the league every year in pressures, not really sacks. So he get his sacks, but you know, being that he's the only guy on the defense for the past couple of years that have been able to put up consistent pressure,
Yeah.
he's also being double teamed. So, but still, probably again, like I said, arguably the best defensive end in the league.
Why
Um,
doesn't he get the same kind of MVP conversation as, some of those other, and like Miles Garrett or,
I don't think it's so much he
TJ
doesn't
Watt?
get it because they do talk about him like a lot, like through the year. But then as the year goes on, you see that team winning percentage would also come into play. Your team's got to
Oh,
win for you
okay.
to like. You can still be the best player in the league, but if your team's not winning, then are you really the MVP? You know what I mean? Of the league because your team's not winning. So again, nothing against him because he plays all out every game. Maybe sometimes too hard because
Yeah.
you see him get injured when he's going too hard. But yeah, I think he just it's a team thing after like maybe midseason. Like he's still doing great, but I think a lot of the voters are just going to be like, well, how's your team doing as well?
Yeah.
So yeah, so great. And then like JJ Watt has always been like on part of like at least the winning team. If not, his numbers have always just been like astronomical when he's playing. Like JJ Watt was just, and then he's got his brother GJ Watt. Again, a guy who puts up really big numbers,
Uh,
but sometimes gets overlooked because Pittsburgh hasn't been at the top of their game the past couple of seasons either. So, besides him, offensive player of the year with the Genti. Um, And another
Possible. Yeah.
another maybe MVP candidate, depending on how Geno Smith works out there. I mean, Brock Bowers could be the first tight end. Well, not the first tight end, but he could also be a candidate to be Offensive Player of the Year or MVP. Because the numbers he put up last year with really mediocre quarterbacks, uh,
That part.
yeah, it was wild. And like a lot of those catches, like when you're watching the games, he kind of took some of these catches away from DBs that could have had interceptions or like knockdowns or something like that. He's super aggressive out there. He doesn't wait for the ball to come into his hands. He goes after it. So yeah, Brock Purdy is just
Let's see.
amazing. Yeah.
John Mackey twice, Charlie Sanders, Kellen Winslow in 81, and Mark Bavaro in 86 are the only tight ends to
Bavaro won an
win
MVP
to
or
win
offensive
NFL
player.
MVP.
Wow, I didn't know Bavaro got one. That's crazy. Good for him. He used to be one of my favorite players. So, which is like these guys are on Tecmo Bowl. Bavaro, and Bo Jackson were two really great players on Tecmo Bowl.
You know what? I'm looking at. Oh man, that might be offensive. It might be something else. I'm gonna have to look more into it because it says 86. Some guy named Lawrence Taylor. Uh, Lawrence Taylor is the AP MVP.
I mean, he did end someone's career.
Oh
Made
my
the
gosh.
left tackle, made the left
Position
tackle one of the highest paid positions in the league.
most important.
Um, just yeah. So, but those are the guys I think. And then uh, depending on what the team does, I think Pete Carroll could get some kind of coaching award this year because
I
coming
want
off,
to. Yeah, I want to talk about Coach of the Year for all of our teams.
yeah,
Right
I
after
think
this one.
I think record, of course, is always going to be something that's looked at, but I think what Pete Carroll is doing there goes beyond record already. Just you AP certainly had people wanting to run through a wall for him every game. I
Mm.
think Pete Carroll has everybody wanting to win for him every game. Just those are two very different things. So, and then just AP might have been a player's coach, but I think Pete Carroll did that way before AP, so he's got more of a handle on it, a little bit more experience, a lot more experience. Just kidding, a lot more
Yeah.
experience than AP. I loved AP. You heard me preach about it. I wish he was still on the coaching staff. Actually,
If he
um,
was, but not the head coach. Yeah.
no, not the head coach, not the head coach. I mean, if you had a chance, Pete Carroll and AP, if they told you, of course you're probably gonna choose Pete
But
Carroll. So,
we'll get into the coaches here when we talk. I feel like
yeah,
all three of us have like
for
a
sure.
coach of the year odds that are kind of similar, but three very different situations. Lou, for the Niners, is there anybody you see that is like an award winner on this team, like offensive, defensive player, or rookies or MVP?
I think we got some easy ones that's like clear candidates if they do well. You got Christian McCaffrey and you got Ayuk if they do come back, because you'll need both of them to win. If they want to have a winning season, you'll need both of them to perform. So those two, Warner, similar to what's called Raiders. What's their
Max
edge?
Crosby?
Max Crosby. Yeah, like it's the people's defensive player,
Oh, for
similar.
sure.
Yeah, so Max Crosby, even though he don't got the hardware, he's the people's champ kind of deal. I think Warner's kind of that similar position. Might not get the hardware yet because stats or other factors, but he's a potential every year.
Definitely the best middle linebacker.
Yeah, he's you look at him and you say like, why didn't what's the safety that moved down? Um,
Jamal Adams.
yeah, Jamal Adams. You see
Yeah.
the same frame. It's like, he should have moved down like a long time ago.
Right.
Um, yeah. So there's Warner. Purdy's a dark horse for MVP. I don't think he's gonna win, but I think when Dak won and Purdy was up there, when the Niners win, and they have the stats, I think he'll just be up there in top three. But that's what I'm excited to see because Purdy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how he does if he deserves that contract too. There's a lot of things that we want to see this year. The Niners could make it back to the playoffs.
How much money would you be willing to bet on Brock Purdy winning the NFL MVP?
What are the odds right now?
Exactly.
Let me see. Let's look at the odds already. Odds.
Awards, MVP.
3,000, right?
3,000?
Yeah.
30 to 1. Okay. So $10 wins you 300.
That's
what?
Not a bad bet.
Not a bad bet at all. Did you see the Marquez Valdez Scantling stat?
What is it?
Marquez Valdez Scantling has played for the last 4 MVP winners. He has played with the last 4 people to win MVP on their team that season. He signed with the San Francisco 49ers this year. So the streak is on the line. But 30 to 1?
And see, dark horse, $10. You know, I was thinking 10. And with the 3,000 for sure.
10. Yeah.
10.
I think those odds are just on the weapons that he has right now that are healthy with him, and just a lot of the new guys that are coming. Sure, that's probably right.
The top guys are 5.5 to 1. Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow. Josh Allen 6 to 1. Patrick Mahomes 7 to 1.
I might put 50 actually. I might put 50 to get 1,500. Right? Is that?
Yeah, that's good. Like $20 gets you 600 on Brock Purdy.
Just put 50. Put 50. That's. See how it goes.
Those are some really good odds. The other people that might win, and quarterback, we know quarterback is just slanted, weighted heavily. Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Baker Mayfield, Caleb Williams, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, and Jared Goff. Those are the 3,000 and below odds. Is there anybody there you guys feel good about or feel better than the others about?
No. None of those guys pop up like.
Bro, I was drafting a super flex league and Geno Smith didn't go until like the 8th round. And I was like, I think Geno Smith is going to have a good year.
I think it's also just because the unfamiliarity that they have with Geno in Vegas right now, so fresh, and they didn't play him much in the preseason, so you kind of didn't get a preview of what's to come for him out there. But if you're not a Raiders fan and you're thinking about Geno Smith and you like it, it's because you saw the things that he did in Seattle, and because he's back with a guy who really resurrected his career. The confidence level, people really don't take that into account a lot. Just to go back and play for a guy that gave you the chance, you know what I mean? Like literally probably his last chance in the league when he went into Seattle to be a starter. he could probably in a well,
Or he
that's
was a
what he
backup,
was.
right?
That's what I'm saying. He was
Yeah.
already just a backup, like not even a great.
For Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was just
for a
like
couple years.
he was just
$10, $10 on Geno Smith if he wins MVP. How much do you think you get?
Probably 6.
700.
$1,500.
Oh, I'm putting it down. Fuck
Put
that.
your $10 down
I'm
on
going.
Geno
Yeah,
Smith right now. He's plus
I'm going.
15,000.
I'm going.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't see it happening, right? It'd be
But if it
tough.
pops,
But
right?
if he
But if
threw
it
for
pops,
50, if he throws for 40, 50 touchdowns, he's gonna be in that
that's what I'm
conversation.
saying.
And
He's
if the
got to be.
Raiders are like on a heater, the quarterback of we saw Brock Purdy was leading the MVP, voting when
Yeah.
before the Niners like fell off, I think 2 years ago, right? So everyone was like, "Oh, Brock Purdy's gonna be MVP, Dak Prescott's gonna be MVP," until they lost, and then the record kind of evened out. So if the Raiders are doing good and Geno is able to, put up a lot of touchdown, I don't want to see we're wish casting right here, okay? Because
Hey,
we're
like,
doing what they do with the lottery. So
Right,
we should tell
exactly.
people, don't do the lottery, guys.
If it
Just go
fattens
bet
my
on some
pocket,
dark horses. Because they
exactly.
spend like hundreds of dollars each year on them lottery tickets, the $5, $10. Might as well just put it in the betting.
See, put it in the DraftKings. Hey, DraftKings sponsor us. Or whatever. Yeah, actually, whichever one. FanDuel, any of the other ones too. Let's not limit ourselves. What's up, dog? Damn. Okay, chill out. Merk's over here. He's trying to get me to walk him for a third time. Oh my goodness. Spoiled. All right. Award winners. Those are CMC was the offensive player of the year 2 years ago, right? Saquon was last year. CMC was the offensive player of the year before. So definitely possible as long as he gets that tendonitis or whatever's happening in his calves. I fully expect him to be the same. And it was crazy watching him kind of fall back to the end of the first round in drafts. But, after a season like last year, I feel like a lot of people got burned when they were like, oh, yeah, he's going to play, no problem. Yeah, if there was a game tonight, he'd be out there on the field serving waters. He didn't play for like 10 weeks. That was crazy. Yeah. People took him first overall. So much money so much money got opened up in fantasy leagues.
I wanted to break my phone when he got hurt. I got one of the top picks in my other leagues, and I was like, what? He's healthy this year. He was healthy last year. You're good. Take him. And then he screwed me.
Yeah.
Hey, the Niners got.
But that's why we call it gambling.
Yeah, it's gambling.
Right.
The Niners got what?
They got 2 people who got shot. They got Brian Robinson.
Oh, Brian
Jr.
Robinson.
Now they got the little. They got the
Ricky Pearsall.
They got the
the Many Men crew. The
Many Men season. This is the Many Men season for the Niners. They're just gonna come back.
Welcome to Survivor. Survivor San Francisco. And then Fred Warner. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Award winners for the Chargers. I don't think Justin Herbert has a shot at it. There's not going to be enough passing. Derwin James, if they're playing him, they're trying to play him closer to the line, like less coverage, Derwin James, and more like manning up their tight end, taking away.
Put him in the box.
Put him in the box so he can also blitz, cause havoc that way. So he can get a good statistical season, and maybe those numbers will get him like an award, but usually he doesn't. Excuse me, crack the defensive player of the year conversation. I mean, they mentioned him, but the voting, it doesn't work out. It goes to edge rushers, stuff like that. But if Jesse Minter is bringing him up to the line more instead of having him play safety, and they're just handing that to Aloy Gilman, Elijah Molden, RJ Mickens, the rookie.
Mickens.
Yeah. So if those guys are playing in the back, then Derwin James can be more like of that impact player. Kind of like I'm hoping the Jaguars use Travis Kelce just on third downs, right? Come lock somebody up on third down, come catch a pass on third down, something like that. If Derwin James
plays for Kansas City.
Oh, I'm Travis Hunter. Sorry. So Derwin James, if he's in those impact moments close to the line, hopefully he can have more of a profile, and people are like, "Yo, vote for this guy." Khalil Mack, kind of old. Tuli Tuipulotu, not yet. And then offensively, Omarion Hampton as a possible rookie of the year.
Yep.
candidate. That just needs to probably have Ashton Genty also not not meet his potential. And then, just run that Jim Harbaugh, Greg Roman power punch offense over and over again until he gets a bunch of really good numbers. I think the last three running backs, to win offensive rookie of the year were Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, and Todd Gurley. And Todd Gurley had like 1,000 or more than 1,000 yards. The other two had 1,000 yards rushing. Alvin Kamara didn't, but they also, both of them had hundreds of yards, out of the backfield catching
all purpose.
the ball.
Yeah, all
So
purpose.
I don't think Omarion Hampton has that trust yet to be, drawing up the plays the way they were throwing the ball to Alvin Kamara, or the Giants were freaking flipping it to Saquon Barkley his rookie year. So I'm worried about, matching the precedent of those stats to win the award, but definitely he's got the best chance to win, some NFL year hardware.
Man, I give you guys an award already, man. You guys have the best left tackle of the league by far. Best in the
Okay.
league.
Just mentioning that position makes me think about the big injury that happened.
Oh,
But
sorry, not that one.
flipping over rookie sensation Joe Alt from
Notre Dame.
flipping him over to left tackle and that being seamless, I think is something that's underrated and the Chargers should be grateful for. But we're back to the same Chargers issue for the last, 12
Another
years
lineman.
since we've had okay. So Trey Pipkins, Storm Norton, who's going to be the right tackle? Is that the weak point that everyone's going to attack? I think Jesse Minter can probably get some coach of the year, or sorry, they need to figure out.
Offensive line.
Yeah,
Have
offensive.
you heard anything about maybe switching Becton over to the right tackle?
Yeah, they want to keep Becton at guard.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then have Pipkins over at right tackle. And I know we talked about when they signed Mekhi Becton that he has that experience, so he has that flexibility, that
Yeah.
positional flexibility where he could. I don't think this is the emergency that they want to use that for. They're very open to it if Pipkins is letting people's come in right into freaking Justin Herbert's face and pressure him, and they're not able to get things going. They might be able to flip, Trey Pipkins back into that emergency guard position, and then Mekhi Becton out to the tackles. But there's some kind of room to finagle that. But after losing the cornerstone left tackle to make it one of the best pair of tackles on the offensive line in the NFL, is definitely a little bit of scrambling so close to the beginning of the season.
For sure.
But that's where this next category, this coach of the year, I think is very important. Not only are you trying to motivate, train, and encourage your players to play, to the best of their abilities, maybe even hype them up so much they're playing out of this world above their, their hats, what they should be. But there's also managing these terrible situations. So big injury or something crazy happens, you don't have Micah Parsons on your team anymore the week before the season starts. There's something that's going to happen.
Or maybe your D tackle is kissing people in the locker room.
Yeah, something's going to happen. How does your team respond? How does the leadership respond? I think that's a huge thing about setting up the expectations of culture and what is, what is precedent, what is regular, what is normal, what should be normal, raising that, excellence, that standard. Or if you're like, oh, this is just drama and not really paying attention to it, letting the locker room morale suffer and stuff like that. I will say Jim Harbaugh, like I said earlier, the expectation is to do better than they already did. And that knockout from the Texans in the first round last year, when the Chargers were supposed to be favored to win that, even though it was on the road in Houston, was a big hit. But you could say that it was Jim Harbaugh's first year. They shouldn't even been in the playoffs. This is just an accelerated, endpoint. Now it goes much higher for Jim Harbaugh to win. It's going to need to be, the running game is going to have to be great. Justin Herbert could be so-so. It doesn't need that. It's just, you mostly need to win. The Chargers' first 3 games are against Kansas City in Brazil, Las Vegas in Vegas, and then I think we host the Denver Broncos. It might be in Denver, I forget. But those first 3 games, division games, and will decide, how the season goes for the Chargers, or how difficult it's going to be to climb back, or if they're going to have a leg up on, their direct division competition. But so getting things set up, there is a little bit of, I feel like, kind of caught off balance right now. And I think that's mostly the Rashawn Slater injury. So coming back from that and still putting up a really good running numbers, running offense, controlling the ball type thing. If Jim Harbaugh turns this into like the University of Michigan when they're winning and just running the ball down people's throat, maybe an occasional play action bomb, I think he definitely could be in conversation for Coach of the Year, especially with how the talent level isn't super great. There's a bunch of work, like just blue collar, like these guys just no name, just hard hat, just going to work and getting stuff done, even if they don't have a lot of big ratings or stuff like that. So I think the window is to a possible Jim Harbaugh Coach of the Year campaign. The Chargers run the ball, they win in the division, and they stack up some wins early while winning the AFC West away from the Chiefs for like the first time in 8-10 years. But run the ball and win the AFC West. I think Jim Harbaugh, that's a top 2-3 pick or seed in the playoffs. And to do it with this team that's kind of seen as undermanned at this time, lost Joey Bosa, don't have a real big time vet linebacker. DBs are rookies or, free agents that just came in or 1-year guys. So yeah, that's my path for Jim Harbaugh winning Coach of the Year. Forrest, you talked about Pete Carroll changing the culture and stuff like that. What does the season look like for him to win Coach of the Year with the Raiders?
Definitely, there's gonna have to be improvement on the field, and in the win-loss column, because there was a lot of excitement last year when AP got named coach, not by like people outside of the organization, but by a lot of the players. So that's going to be tough to come in and be like, because there was a lot of guys there who loved AP. A lot of the players, they just loved him. So looks like he's came in and won the locker room already, because you can see if you're judging by just the clips you get by him tackling people in practice, running sprints with them. Same Pete Carroll that he was from USC, out there running drills with these guys. And then just like, so again, hate to like harp on it, but like the Christian Wilkins situation is, he took into consideration like the whole team, not just the winning, not just Christian Wilkins, but I mean, if there's multiple people in the locker room that were uncomfortable with it, well, he fixed it. Didn't take much time. Uh, he wasn't on par with the recovery for his injury. Didn't want to fall in line with what the team wanted him to do, and so they got rid of him. The guys now know, like, hey, well, let's not play, because if we're all, if they're gonna do that to Christian Wilkins, who signed a fat ass contract, and one of those guys people thought were kind of untouchable to get cut or traded or anything like that, if he does that to him, then well, he's all about his business. But also just the way he's changed the culture coming in there, people being a little bit more professional. You saw Max Crosby and Jackson Powers, they're competing on who gets to get into the facility the earliest now. I know JPP got there like at 5, and Max Crosby had been in there by like an hour before him already. And then JPP tried to get in there early the next day and still was 30 minutes behind. So that kind of competition is great. Also, he's influencing other teams, as you can see. They're trying to move Derwin James down into the box now, play in the box. That's what he did with Jamal Adams. Move Jamal Adams into linebacker. Now other teams they're following what he's doing. I mean, you got Jim Harbaugh trying to steal his techniques. So
Jim, I can't wait for the Jim Harbaugh Pete Carroll handshake. I want to see if they're still
MVP
like
already for me.
I like
Bad
it.
blood. Yeah, I mean,
all right.
I just think from a fan standpoint, He's just gonna have to win games because I think he's already won over a lot of the fan base and the team itself.
Yeah.
And then for him to win like MVP with the league, of course he's gonna have to win games. So
All right. Pete Carroll, definitely a fan favorite.
for sure.
Lou, I feel like the Niners coach Kyle Shanahan probably has the toughest road to coach of the year. Even though the Niners, record last year could be greatly improved. I feel like the expectations still are, it's a stacked team. Christian McCaffrey, Trent Williams, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa.
Brock
A
Purdy.
lot of big contracts, right? Those guys, Brock Purdy, Juwan Jennings asking for money, Brandon Ayuk got his, Deebo Samuel moved on. But what would you say the season would have to look like for Kyle Shanahan to win Coach of the Year?
Probably 16-1. It's like they needed. It's also fatigue. He's always a top 5 coach because you can argue Sean McVay deserves more Coach of the Years, and I think he only got one in 2017, his first year. Let's see. Yeah, so him winning will take a lot. He needs Purdy to hit the MVP 3,000 odds for him to win. Someone who has a better chance is what's his name? Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh has a bigger chance of
Oh,
winning
nice.
Defensive.
assistant coach of the year
Yep.
because coming back demoted as head coach, revamping the defense. They invested 4 or 5 of their first couple draft picks in defense this year. They want to revamp the run defense, revamp defense in general. Yeah, it's pretty simple this year. Get to the playoffs or don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is weird seeing the Niners not, pushing for the NFC West or a playoff spot. So but also, like you said, the fatigue of the Niners always being there, making the Super Bowl, making the NFC Championship. The expectations is that they're going to be a late season team. So what he's going to have to do to impress people enough to get them to vote for him for Coach of the Year would be something crazy like, 16-1.
Because what how about Andy Reid, right? Andy Reid, like,
mm-hmm.
when's the last time he won Coach of the Year?
Oh, good point. I feel like that's the other thing too. Like, if you're a really good coach, you're not in the conversation for Coach of the Year. It's got to be like someone who's taking a bad team and getting them to the playoffs. It's not necessarily who's running the best, because people will say like, oh, he's got a good system, so they just do the same system every year. They've got the culture where people know what to do. It's not really the coach. And I'm like, you still kind of get some credit for building up those situations where everything just looks so easy. So
2002, that's the last time.
Are you serious? 23 years?
AP Coach of the Year, and he was good with Alex Smith. He should have, those were some good years.
Whoa.
Again, but just like you said, those were the years they were coming up from the bottom.
Yeah,
I feel like that's when you're supposed to get Coach of the Year.
So, like in Sean 2002.
Yeah, but he was with the Eagles then, yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
McNabb.
So he came in and was just like, kind of like you said, revamped the. Luti was talking about revamping a team, changing the just the whole culture of the team, and that's what Andy Reid did in those years. And the year he won the MVP or Coach of the Year that's what he did with the team he had. So especially like a lot of people didn't like. It helps when you have a guy like Alex Smith that no one counted on, and kind of like the Niners kind of just like they gave up on him, and he goes over to Kansas City and like destroys everybody by just again like you said, Lance, running a perfect system that he fit into. So yeah, I think those are the criteria right now for winning Coach of the Year. It's just people want to see you. They want to see your action. Like, of course, we've seen them with Kansas City, but we see them so much winning in Kansas City. It's like, well, we've seen that. Like, what? How can you top that? I don't know. Go undefeated? Yeah, fine. That's that's how you top it after winning Super Bowls. But I think people want to see your building in action. Just seeing you win, seeing you turn guys. Like if Justin Herbert wasn't there, if he wasn't the starter, Trey Lance comes in, becomes the starter, and Jim Harbaugh turns him into what Alex Smith was for Kansas City
Coach of
that
the
year,
year.
definitely Coach of the Year. Easy.
Offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
All right. I'm excited. I'm excited that
Definitely.
football is here. We're about to see our teams. I feel it's going to be overwhelming. I feel like I did not ramp up properly. Now I'm going to get Red Zone for 7 hours. Red Zone's a freaking ESPN thing now. Before we go to shout-outs, I wanted to do a quick 5-round draft with you two to see which one of us can draft a better team. We'll just leave it for the whole season and see who comes out with the end of the most points by the end of the year. We'll run it to the end of week 17, and then whoever loses has to buy the other two lunch. All right.
Good.
And if you guys want to add any other things, we can do that. All right. We randomized the order before, and because Luti is our guest, we made him last. Forrest, you will be first, I will be second, and then Lou will take the turn, and then we'll snake draft it as we go. All right. Forrest, it's on you. Number 1.
Are we picking by position or just
Yeah.
So it's 5 rounds, right? So you only
Right.
get one quarterback, a running back,
yeah. Okay,
a wide receiver, a tight end, and a flex.
Okay, what I was asking, sorry, more clarified. If are we gonna go like quarterback, running back, or can we just pick who our
You
first
can pick anybody anywhere. Yeah.
Saquon.
All right, Saquon. I'm gonna go Bajan.
Nice.
I'm going Lamar Jackson.
Ooh,
Let
like
me think of a running back.
I thought you were gonna go Gibbs.
Well, I got 2 picks. I'll take Jamar Chase.
Lamar and Jamar. I will take. You already took Saquon. Damn. Okay, I'll take Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, you getting 2? Or I thought we're going by position.
I'm gonna put him as my flex.
Oh, my bad. We have flex.
All right, Forrest. Take your running back and your quarterback.
No, I'm gonna take my flex too. I will take Genty.
Ashton Genty, and then
Jay Jetta.
Oh, nice. I will take CD Lamb.
Jeez, I forgot about CD Lamb.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right. I'll take Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra. All right. And you're next.
Need a running back. And AJ Brown.
I will take Josh Allen.
That just popped in my head. Josh Allen. Oh nope, because I can't because that guy took him.
You need a tight end and a quarterback.
I do. It's gonna be Burrow, and it's gonna be Bowers.
Burrow and Bowers, nice. I'll go Trey McBride.
Oh, nice. I think he's gonna have such an amazing series. I just think that Harrison is gonna take a lot of the attention away. I think Harrison's gonna have a good year, which is gonna make McBride's year amazing.
I'll take George Kittle.
Hey, nice.
Had to take him. And what do I need left? Just a running back?
No, that's it. You have Lamar Jackson. Oh, dog. This guy.
You think Lamar Jackson's a running back?
Lamar disrespectful.
You took 3 wide receivers. You need to let go of Jamar, Amon-Ra, or AJ Brown.
Whoops, I took AJ Brown. I forgot.
I know you took it. I missed it.
We'll cross out AJ Brown, and then you can just take a running back now.
Or anyone want to trade for AJ Brown? or one of the 3 receivers?
I think I'm good.
I think we're good. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'll take out Yeah, AJ Brown can go out. I'll take Derrick Henry. Oh no! Damn, it's two people.
Get your
Be
Achilles tendonitis guy.
we'll be hella serious. Be like, no, you gotta take him. You said him.
NFL RBs. I don't know who to take, guys. I think the
Christian
Clarkson.
McCaffrey.
He's like, nah.
Christian McCaffrey, Devon Achane, Derrick Henry, Bucky Irving.
It's so
Damn,
wild.
I should have took RB, but
Chase Brown.
he took. You already took it, Achane or Achane?
No, Achane's still there. You want Achane?
Might as well just take it. Damn it.
Man, I'm saying the Dolphins in fantasy have fallen because everyone's worried that Tua is going to get hurt. And as soon as Tua gets hurt,
and then no one to
Tyreek Hill isn't catching passes.
apart.
Jalen Waddle, no shot. The running back, none of the running game works. So
yeah,
it all depends on Tua. Are they going to protect him? They need to. I really do think
well, he's
Tua.
got that new helmet to wear, yeah.
He's not wearing no new helmet. This fool won't even put on the freaking mushroom cap. He's like,
bro, someone needs to make him that juggernaut helmet and give it to him.
That I can understand. I can see him getting kind of irritated. People are like worried about him. I'm like, fool.
Right.
Just come on, man.
Can we get a list or run down everyone's list? It's gonna be crazy.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Forrest has Joe Burrow, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Brock Bowers, and Ashton Genty in his flex. I have Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, CeeDee Lamb, Trey McBride, and Jahmyr Gibbs in my flex.
Nice.
And Lou, you have Lamar Jackson, Devon Achane, Jamar Chase, George Kittle, and Amon-Ra St. Brown in your flex.
Dang. And AJ Brown, just in case if he does better than
we all need to draft one in case of injury.
Extra one for the guests that had to go last. Right?
The thing about that's got nice. His running back and his flex are going to be like that's premium for points because Bijan and Jamar Gibbs are used outside of the backfield so much. A lot of their yards come off of backfield catches, so that's gonna be big for Lance.
They'll break 40-yard runs. They'll break 40-yard catches. They'll get into the end zone. Yeah. It's a lot of fantasy notifications. I traded for Bijan and for Jahmyr Gibbs in a Superflex league. I gave away my quarterbacks to get 2 legit running backs after going 0 running back. You need to have an iron stomach to be able to survive not taking a running back until like round 7. It gets nasty out there. And also, you're going to lose games at the beginning of the season until those starting running backs start to rack up carries and get injured. And that's kind of when your, backup running back bench that you drafted starts making noise. My dog's going to kill me.
You guys threw me off when he took Bijan. I was like, oh.
He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Those running backs, I feel like my strategy is definitely take care of running back first because there's always wide receivers later, and the running back, it just drops off. All of a sudden, you're like looking at Chuba Hubbard, RJ Harvey.
Isn't that crazy that Hubbard is like he's up there in running back, right? Like
he's supposed to be young and good now, right? It's his 3rd year, and he's not splitting carries with somebody.
I'm just worried that he's healthy.
Carolina.
That's what I'm worried about.
I think he's gonna do good. We'll see. Any shout outs before we go walk this dog? Damn, what's your problem, foolish? Breath stink. Bro, your dog ever like be coughing his breath on you because he knows it stinks and he's trying to get you to move? He's just like ha 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 ha.
Rick says secret weapon.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah, it stank. I gotta return you. Man. Yeah, Lou, you got any shout outs before we go?
Shout out to the Ballinesian podcast. Shout out to the Miss Samoan Las Vegas pageant. Been doing a lot of photography work with them, so that's been fun. Last couple months. Shout out to Brock Purdy. I'm gonna put down 50 and try to see the odds. See the odds, but shout out to y'all, the Polynesian Polytickin Network, and it's gonna go up from here.
Bro, appreciate you for stopping in. Anytime you want to hop on these
Hell
episodes,
yeah.
you are more than welcome. Just let us know. We'll send you the link. Forrest, any shout outs before we go?
Oh yeah, man! Shout out to Tama, man. Tama, job bless, man. Some haters pulled
What?
his page again. Yeah, he had to make another page, so I just got to bring.
It's 5 S's now.
No, it's two, back to two, but it's Tama underscore John underscore bless with two S's. I feel bad, man. He like that's like his third page. He was like, of course it's Tama, so he was racking up like really good views, user numbers, friend numbers, followers, and just so yeah, he
What?
has to start over from scratch. So I tagged him or collaborated with him on some of the posts that we had, maybe to generate uh more followers for him. So shout out to
Nice.
him, man. And shout out to shout
And
out to
his page
Najua.
deleted.
I know. That's crazy. Second time. Shout out to Najua, man. They just lost their lead singer. Sat right after the Holo Holo Fest in Utah.
Oh wow.
Like right from the back. So shout out to Najua. And then just the whole Polynesian festival circuit, man. Amazing to see, man. Like just love seeing the content put out there by all the photographers and then all the content creators out there. I know what's his name? Cisco, Big Body Cisco just opened his barbershop and it's a barbershop and I think a kava bar out in Vegas. So Luti, you should go check that out, man. Let us know how it goes. I think it's called the Shack. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, man, just love to see it. And also shout out to Pete Lolo and the living room. Just dropped their new line of t-shirts and hats. So run it up, man. Quality stuff. I got the first drop, which was the hoodie, and it came. If you were early enough, you got a fresh ass scarf to go with it. Love it. Rock it everywhere. The living room. Love all the work he's doing. So yeah, man. Shout out to Merk over there hanging out with his pops, giving his pops a hard time. Taking for a walk, man. There must be a girl out there Merk want to go see.
This
So
food.
yeah, man.
Look for AJ Brown.
He's on Luti's. He's in Luti's back pocket just in case.
Nice. Yeah. Shout out to Levasa Island Apparel.
Always.
www.levasaislandapparel.com or on Instagram at @le_vasa. I think they're also on TikTok. Follow them. Man, run that TikTok shop up for them. Also, it's so easy to buy stuff off of TikTok. I just started it, and it's like stuff gets here hella fast.
Don't do it.
I got those phone batteries. I need to still unpack them, but like for us to use when we go into the field to keep our phones charged. I got a rangefinder. So now I know how far away I am from the
hole.
From the hole when I'm playing golf. Bruh, I was out there naked, raw, not knowing. And now I know how I was like, oh, I'm 97 yards. That's
you do know you can just download an app to your phone.
I know, yeah. I also have that. But it's kind of cool being able to pull out a little telescope and like, oh cool. Shit, 113 yards. Let me get this pitching wedge.
Did you use it when you were playing with North?
No, not yet.
Oh, but got you.
Love it. Bro, I'm playing with him tomorrow morning at 7.
Use it, and then when he asks you if he can use it, tell him no.
He's the guy that'll like pull up to your ball for your shot and be like, do you want me to give you the yardage? And I'm like, I appreciate it. And mostly I'm like, nah, bro, I'm in my head, I'm feeling it.
Raw dog it.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I think I know where I am. And I'll hit it and it'll be hella short. And it'll be like, oh, you were 150. And I was like, yep. I'm hitting 130 club. That's my fault. Lou, are you golfing yet?
Nah.
Both of you.
It's too hot in Vegas. It's too hot in Vegas.
Yeah. Go to stop golf. Both of you need to start golfing. We need to get into it. Appreciate you guys for being on. Thank you for diving in on your guys' teams. And I'm very excited for football and for our teams to do amazing this year. So, and for everybody listening, let's see. Let us know if you have anybody that you think is going to do crazy good this year, whether it be in fantasy, in real life, maybe a possible MVP that we should bet. Geno Smith, $150 to 1.
I don't have $10 in my pocket right now, but it's not ever going to be in there because it's going
$10 to win $1,500. That's crazy. Yeah. I got $10 for Geno Smith. And this is the freaking DraftKings taking my money. This is like $10 at a time. They're like, oh, he thinks it's gonna change his life. No, we're just gonna keep taking bit by bit. I know that's how it works. That's how they got me. That's how they get us. All right. Don't bet on football unless you're really good at it or think you might be. Thank you guys for listening. Stay hydrated, stay blessed, stay balling. Love and light. Peace.
Stay balling.